But speaking of which, let's actually start with some bad beats because Alex had a couple on the weekend. To be honest, look, I had two as well.
I had one actually.
Because we had, I think, the Golden State Warriors over the Mavericks on the weekend didn't cover because they just decided to give up the ghost in the fourth quarter. That cost me a 4-leg multi. Thanks a lot to the Warriors. I believe there was another one. Oh, it was, yeah. So this was the classic one, the Knicks. I had the Knicks. I was all over the Knicks. So Knicks playing the Clippers. My tip going into this weekend, I was feeling great about the Knicks just coming out of nowhere to beat this Clippers team who, against teams above 500, haven't been that great. The Knicks at home, also not great, but I figured getting 2.5 points, we should be okay. Knicks come from like 18 points down, come storming home. They're up 3, laughing. Leave Nick Batum open to hit the game-tying 3 with no time left. They go to overtime, get smoked by 8 in the overtime. I'm just sitting there going, what just happened? What just happened? The bet was cashed.
It was already in.
The Knicks are always going to Nick shut. Anyway, Alex, what had happened to you? So we had a we threaded a needle, I think, with a bad beat in just absolute classic bad beat fashion.
Yeah, so at the start of the Big Bash tournament, we did the preview of just, who's going to win, who's going to go well. Most runs was the article that I was told to do. So, did some study, did a fair bit of study, having a look through all of the, previous iterations of the Big Bash and what experts had been predicting for this season and, who'd been playing well in state cricket and whatever else. And we landed on Matt Short at a really good price because we thought Ben McDermott couldn't do it again. Darcy Short's been horrible for the last year. Philippi's been in and out, and the Stoin machine, there's a lot of inconsistent horses I could bring up here, but he is one of them. Anyway, so we landed on Matt Short at $34. We're like, oh, he's going to open. He's going to play every game because he's not going to get picked for Australia. There's also another thing. We're like, Adelaide should make the finals. Take the $34. From day one of the Big Bash, Matt Short was leading. Well, he was head-to-head with Chris Lynn, but Chris Lynn was always going to leave. So I was like, all right, I'm sweet, 5 or 10 runs behind Chris Lynn, that's fine. Matt Short slaps a century to 200-run chase down. I am something like 60 runs ahead with like 3 games to go. Adelaide pull out the biggest choke job of all time and lose their last 5 to not make the finals.
That was horrible.
And Matt Short decides to score like 5 runs in the last 2 games. And he's on, I think it was like 453, 400.
Which is still a lot of runs.
A lot of runs, like ridiculous. And, what was it? 458 in 14 games. And he misses the finals. So I had Aaron Hardie from the Perth Scorchers, 25 runs behind. Anyway, he scores, he's 5 to 10 in the first game. It doesn't matter. I can't remember. I'm like, okay, I can do 14 or less. If Aaron Hardie scores 14 runs, I cash.
Yep.
So we know where this story is going to go. That the Brisbane Heat bat first, really good game actually. Side note, Aaron Hardie strides to the crease and looks as nervous as stats guy before a date. Can't hit one off the square.
Why are you watching me on my date?
Hits one towards Michael Nisa. Went on 6, who decides to slip over and drop the catch.
I forgot about that.
It was a sitter for a professional sports baller like Michael Nisa. That is a sitter. Aaron Hardie hits like 5 singles and he's like two behind. I'm like, I see how this is going to happen. And it happens in the worst way possible. Inside edge between his legs for 4 to beat me. 2 balls later, hits it straight down deep fine leg's throat, absolutely smokes it to a miracle catch. And I kind of cease to exist.
Explained, very well explained.
I like how you walked us through that, but I feel like you undersell just how close he was going out.
Oh, yeah.
Edge. It literally went between the stump and his cats.
I think I went through the stumps.
An absolute bee schlong. Like, it was absolutely incredible how close it was. And then goes out like a couple of balls
later. 2 balls later. Hits a single and then hits it straight down fine leg's throat.
It's like he saw, I've beaten Donnelly's bet.
Well, I'm done.
Now I can go out. I'm done. My work here is done. I'll see you guys later.
Matt Short's played 1 less game and we've been done by 2 runs. All he had to do was dead set hit a 4 in 1 final or one of those last games. And I'm significantly richer right now at $34.
That is unlucky.
Amazing. Nice one. And look, to be honest, that game was absolutely wild and very, very
Probably one of the best games of the season,
I turned it off when Aaron Hardie got out because I was just like, I don't want to put myself through more torture.
And then
It's
also
awesome,
we
man.
had a pretty crazy bad beat, I guess, in the NBL as well, didn't we, Stats Guy, with the United missing out on the finals.
Oh, I didn't even.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Actually, yes.
Perth
Yeah.
gave up the ghost against Sydney. Well, Sydney gave up the ghost against Perth. Sydney beat them by 12.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
NBL finals. They needed to beat them by 11.
11, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh my god,
you
that's
hate to
insane.
see it. You hate
That's
to see it.
insane. I think we're missing the biggest one. That's why Alex is even sadder. That Everton, who Alex said were going to get relegated, beat the Arsenal, who are league leaders, in their first game under a new coach. I think the first game under a new coach thing actually worked somehow.
Dead manager bounce.
Yeah.
It always works.
Side note, thank you, Harry Kane, and thank you, Tottenham. I can't believe.
Oh,
I'm
they
saying
saved
this
your
as an
asses
Arsenal
there.
fan.
I know.
Yeah, Harry Kane becomes the leading Tottenham goal scorer of all time with 267, and Manchester City continue their record of not scoring at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it extends for another extended period of time.
Crazy.
5 years.
Crazy vibes out of the EPL. So for Arsenal to lose to Everton and then Man City not to be able to take advantage of it is just
That's just so funny. Yeah.
And also, Stats Guy's team, had the most.
Hey, we got
the weekend.
We got a point. We got a point.
Woo-hoo! Yeah.